Ready to do this motherfucking song? What's going on, guys? Eric back with Mom to check out more of her Fave 5 as we finish out 2022 here. And the first one we checked out was 50 Cent, just a little bit, so make sure you go back and check that one out in the archives. It's not really archived, it would be the last reaction on the playlist, so peep that one. But now we're moving on to another guy with a number in his name. Didn't mean to do that, but it's Tupac. And we're going to be checking out the song Holla At Me. This one is from, again, that massive album, All Eyez On Me in 1996. We've already heard at least a couple of songs off of there. So this is pre-death. He was still alive for this one when this was released. And it wasn't a single or anything like that. This is just an album cut. But I kind of swapped it out with a different one from this album just because we were looking for something a little more fast-paced. We weren't quite feeling something a little slower. So I've shelved the other song I had for the time being because really the focus is Tupac. It's been your favorite. I think it's pretty much been, would this be your favorite out of everybody or maybe Eminem?
I think
Eminem. Kind of like neck and neck.
Eminem is kind of right at the top.
I don't know why I said it like that. Neck and neck.
Neck and neck. Everybody.
Neck and neck.
I think Eminem is at the top and everybody else is
right there.
Right,
1A,
right.
1B maybe, or a 1 and then a 2A, 2B.
Could be, yeah.
All right, well, it's not a 2A or 2B, Shakespeare. It's a Tupac. So let's get into it again. This one's Holla At Me from 1996. I don't know who the singer is on this. She didn't get like any feature credit or anything like that. So if anybody knows, drop it in the comments.
Niggas out there jealous cause we be bailing with death row. They try to play a hey, but they can't fade us though. We be mobbing through the neighborhood, yeah, with that funky sound. We be throwing down.
Now it's gonna pick up.
Good, because she's super high.
This goes out to you, player. You know who you are. Gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holler at me.
This is like a very...
Gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holler at me. Gotta be careful, the money trap me. When you see me, nigga, you better holler. Are you confused? You wonder how it feels to walk a mile inside the shoes of a nigga who don't have a thing to lose. I mean, you knew was homies. No one before me, it was all a scheme. You infiltrated my team and sold the nigga dreams. How could you do me like that? I took your family in. I put some cash in your pocket, made you a man again. And now you let the fear put your ass in a place complicated to escape. It's a fool's fate. Without your word, you a shell of a man. I lost respect for you, nigga. We can never be friends. I know I'm running through your head now. What could you do if it was up to you? I'll be dead now. I let the world know, nigga, you a coward. You can never be live until you die. See the motherfucking bitch in your eyes. Type of nigga, let the evil of the money trap me. When you see me, nigga, you better holler at me. Gotta be threat, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holler at me.
You better be where you lay. You better not find where you stay.
So
Definitely sounds
can't
better
let the
there.
evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holler at me.
You better be where you lay. We better not find where you stay.
Curious.
All right, we'll pause there. So yeah, I think the singer, it starts off kind of unusual. I don't know that really like fits the song. They probably could have just like left it with just like the beat and just let it drop. But she sounds a lot better in the chorus. But overall, what do you think about this one? I think this is probably the most gangster of Tupac that we've
Little bit,
heard thus
yeah.
far.
I'm just starting to get into it. Yeah, she sounded almost like a Mary J. Blige in the beginning with that high pitched screech.
Yeah, I could see that a little bit. Are you kind of like following the story a little bit? This
Yeah,
is
I'm
definitely some
trying to.
storytelling that's
Yeah.
not like so much of the serious nature that we've heard, or well,
Yeah.
serious in a different level.
Right.
This is not like, I guess, conscious Tupac, if you want to call him that, with things like Ghetto Gospel and
Right.
those kind of songs. This is definitely more of like street Tupac, but he's definitely giving you kind of like a street story of betrayal, basically. Which comes to the chorus of, do you know what "Holla At Me" means? I'm sure you've definitely heard it.
Well, I've definitely heard it. Yeah. Just
It can mean like a number
Call me
of things,
back.
but in this it could be that, but in this context, it's kind of like, when you see me, you better holla at me, like it's about to go down, basically, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can have a couple different meanings. You can be like, oh, I'll holler at you or whatever, like I'm gonna call you.
I'm gonna
But
kick
in
your ass.
this way, he's like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. So
Yeah.
you better holler when we're together again.
Spitting lyrics on the verge of furious. I'm addicted to currency, nigga. That's why we doing this. Got shut up. I surprised the niggas the way I got up, and then I hit the studio. It's time to blow the block up. No hesitation. This information got you contemplating. Hard playing, eliminating with this conversation. Break them and let them see the face of a mental patient and celebration. I'm a criminal elevation, more participation. I want members across the 50 states. We keep the nation anticipating until we break. Will I be great? Is it my fate to live a life of luxury? So niggas buy my tapes, so much jealousy and scares me. So be prepared, cause only the strong survive. Life isn't fair.
Definitely the first time.
You probably never knew the way it feels to die. So you sing a fuck with me, I get that ass to try. Nigga, holla at me.
I like the melody of that too.
Gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holla at me.
You better beware where you lay. We better not find where you stay.
And now I gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holla at me.
You better beware where you lay. We better not find where you stay.
I should
All right, so I was just saying, I think this is the first time that Mom's really heard Tupac kind of basically just go off in a song. Is that kind of like changing your opinion about him compared to the other things that you've heard thus far,
No,
or
not-
is it
not
just
really.
like a different side of him?
Not really, because that movie that I watched about him said that really wasn't him. He was just pretending to have that side so that people would
Right.
listen to his music.
I think that in a lot of ways he definitely did have that side. I think they're probably, we touched on this a little bit in the Little Bit song, 50 Cent, that we just did, but talking about things that, you know, you don't really do. And this is like, again, more storytelling. I think there definitely was a lot of that in him because, I mean, I'm not sure again which documentary it was you watched, but I mean, there's him like spitting at paparazzi and like getting aggressive in public with people. So maybe that
Yeah.
documentary was probably maybe skewed a little to make him
Maybe.
look a little bit better. But I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of it, you know, he goes from things like Brenda's Got a Baby to this. I think things like Brenda's Got a Baby is definitely more who he was at his core. But once he kind of got, you know, shot and got even more involved in that gang life, and then all the things in Death Row, which we will talk about at some point when we do some beef songs, he kind of got pulled in even more into that.
Sure.
So he kind of skewed that way a lot more. The very early Tupac, he was definitely talking a lot more about like the conscious stuff, like I say.
Yeah.
And then when he got into like Death Row, he was like pissed about being locked up and being shot and all this shit had happened to him. He kind of came out like, all right, fuck it. And he just kind of went in.
Yeah.
This is kind of an example of that. So he definitely changed along the way.
Should've saw the signs I was blinded. Criminal minds of a young black brother doing time. So many brothers framed in this very game. It's a shame, so much pressure on my brain. Why she blame me? Secrets in the dark, only her and I know. Now I'm sitting in the state pen, doing time slow. Cause she made a bad decision that got me living just like an animal. I'm caged up in state prison. My niggas listen, cause hell had the fury like a woman scorn. A cemetery full of motherfuckers not knowing. Picture my prophecy, I got some attacking me on top of me. I'm running from the cops, but never let them stop me, cause I'm a soldier. Ever since I was a little nigga, having fantasies of one day being older. Niggas is paranoid, trust, I know, no. Love is a mystery, fuck the popo, holla at me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holla at me.
You better beware where you lay. We better not find where you
Hands up,
stay.
gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holla at me.
You better beware where you lay. We better not find where you stay.
Gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holla at me.
You better beware where you lay. We better not find where you stay. Niggas out there jealous cause we be failing with death row. They
think it
try
sounds
to
better
play
here
a
over-
hate, but they can't fade us though. We be moving through the neighborhood.
We
Yeah.
never got any.
With that funk sound. Yeah. We've been throwing down.
Gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see me, nigga, you better holla at me.
You better beware where you lay. We better not find where you stay.
Gotta be careful, can't let the evil of the money trap me. So when you see
that thing?
Um,
I don't know what that's
it
called.
sounds like a little thing. It's got a crank and it goes.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Almost
is.
like you used to do it with games.
There are a lot of different
No.
different sounds used for
Yeah.
that beat. I don't know what that thing was, and then there was another horn just like like in the background. Pretty cool beat. I'm not sure who produced that one. It might be Daz Dillinger, I think, possibly. I don't know. Somebody
Nope.
drop the name in the comments down below. But overall, what did you think about this Tupac song?
I didn't like it as much as the other one.
Yeah, like the other one's better.
Yeah.
Was it the beat? Was it just the content?
I'm not sure. It was just a lot. That one was. Maybe I'm just in a bad mood tonight.
I don't know. He seemed fine with 50.
Yeah. I don't know. This one just didn't get me.
Yeah, there is kind of a lot going on in this one. Like I said, a lot of different things
Yeah.
used to comprise the beat. You got the girl, possibly two of them, maybe three, who the hell knows, all harmonizing and singing in the background on top of him rhyming. So I can see where it kind of could be a lot.
Could be a lot.
Again, this is also the first time that we've really heard street Tupac, so I don't know, maybe we'll be easing you
Well,
into that, because there's definitely some others that are more hardcore than this, especially when we do start getting into some of the rap beefs, like I mentioned,
Oh,
and
okay.
talking about like Death Row and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Tupac's got a really good one. I know everybody out there knows it, so we'll check that one out sometime in the future, possibly in
one in the dark?
2023. You're the only one in the dark,
I'm the
I
only
think.
one in the dark. Okay.
As soon as I say Tupac beef song, I think everybody out there knows which one I'm talking about. But you are going to stay in the dark. You guys are not in the dark, though. Our next song is going to be some more of Mom's Fave Fives, just like we've been doing. It's been 50 Tupac, and next time we're going to be checking out everybody's favorite white boy, Eminem. We're going to be getting him back on the channel here, so make sure you come back for that one. As for this one, of course, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subbed to the channel yet. But for Mom, this is Eric once again, and I'll see you on the next one.